The symptom nobody suspects: you feel tired, even after 8 hours of sleep. Your muscles cramp for no reason. Your mood swings more than it should. You crave sugar. You cannot focus. And every blood test your doctor runs comes back normal. What if I told you that the cause of all of this might be a single mineral? A mineral your body cannot produce on its own. A mineral involved in over 300 chemical reactions inside you, right now, as you watch this. A mineral that more than half of all adults worldwide are not getting enough of. And here is the part that makes this even more important for our time. Magnesium sits at the very center of how your body controls blood sugar. It is critical for insulin to work properly. Without enough of it, your risk of type 2 diabetes rises significantly. And yet, almost nobody is talking about it. Magnesium. On Pharmacon Health, we're diving deep into it today. What does this stuff do for your body and insulin, right? I'll show you the best foods to get it from. Let us begin. What is magnesium? Magnesium is a mineral, a naturally occurring element found both in the earth and inside living organisms. In your body, it is the fourth most abundant mineral. About 60% of it is stored in your bones. Around 20% lives inside your muscles, and the rest is distributed across soft tissues, organs, and your bloodstream. Now here is something many people do not know. Only about 1% of the magnesium in your body is actually in your blood. This is why a standard blood test can show normal magnesium, while your body is actually deficient. The blood borrows magnesium from your bones and tissues to keep blood levels stable. So, by the time a deficiency shows up in your blood test, it's already quite serious. This is why magnesium deficiency is called a silent deficiency. Magnesium works at the most fundamental level of your biology. It is a cofactor, meaning enzymes in your body cannot do their job without it. These enzymes help with energy production, protein building, DNA repair, and nerve signaling. Without magnesium, those systems slow down, or even begin to break down. Magnesium and insulin, the core connection. Before we talk about magnesium and insulin, let us make sure we understand what insulin actually does. When you eat, especially carbohydrates, your blood sugar rises. Your pancreas responds by releasing insulin into your bloodstream. Insulin then travels to your cells and signals them to open up and absorb that glucose. Think of insulin as a key, and the cell is a locked door. Glucose is the energy that enters when the door opens. Here is where magnesium becomes essential. For insulin to attach properly to the cell, the first step of the whole process, magnesium must be present. Magnesium helps activate the switch on the cell that responds to insulin. In simple terms, magnesium turns the insulin signal on. Without it, even if you have plenty of insulin in your blood, your cells do not respond to it properly. This is what scientists call insulin resistance, when the body's cells don't respond properly to insulin anymore, and insulin resistance is the first step on the road to type 2 diabetes. Multiple large human studies, including one published in Diabetes Care involving over 85,000 women, have found that higher magnesium intake is linked with a significantly lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Another major review of 13 studies found that for every 100 milligrams per day increase in magnesium intake, the risk of type 2 diabetes dropped by approximately 15%. That is not a small effect. That is clinically meaningful. Magnesium also supports the pancreas directly. It is needed for the beta cells, the cells in your pancreas that produce insulin, to work properly and release insulin normally. So magnesium is not just needed for insulin to work, it is needed for insulin to be produced in the first place. Beyond insulin, other critical roles of magnesium. Magnesium does not stop at insulin, not even close. Let us quickly go through the other ways your body depends on it. Your heart beats through electrical signals, and magnesium helps keep them steady and balanced. Low magnesium is linked to irregular heartbeats, also known as arrhythmia. In hospitals, magnesium is even given through and for to treat certain dangerous heart rhythm problems. In the brain, magnesium helps control special signal switches that affect learning, memory, and how your body handles stress. It also prevents these signals from becoming overactive, which helps calm the nervous system. Low magnesium is often linked to anxiety, poor sleep, and low mood. That is why magnesium supplements are sometimes called nature's relaxant. Your muscles also depend on magnesium. Calcium makes muscles tighten, while magnesium helps them relax. Without enough magnesium, muscles can stay tight, leading to cramps, spasms, and tension. This is why athletes and people who exercise regularly often need more magnesium. Magnesium also helps activate vitamin D, and vitamin D is needed for your body to absorb calcium. So without enough magnesium, even if you take calcium and vitamin D, your bones may not get the full benefit. Magnesium also plays a direct role in keeping your bones strong and healthy. Deficiency. Signs you may be running low. How do you know if your magnesium is low? The symptoms are easy to confuse with other problems, which is why this often goes unnoticed for a long time. In the early stages, you might notice ongoing tiredness, even after getting enough rest. Muscle cramps, especially at night, often in the legs. Trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. Frequent headaches or migraines. Feeling anxious or irritable without a clear reason. If the deficiency continues, more serious symptoms can develop: irregular heartbeat, numbness or tingling in the hands and feet, poor blood sugar control, especially in people who already have prediabetes or diabetes. Over time, there is also a higher risk of weak bones, because magnesium plays an important role in bone strength. Who is most at risk? People with type 2 diabetes, because excess sugar in the urine causes the body to lose more magnesium. People who drink alcohol regularly. Alcohol increases magnesium loss through urine. Older adults, because the body absorbs less magnesium as we age. People who take certain medications, including commonly used ones like diuretics and acid-reducing drugs, may also be at risk. Food sources. Where to get your magnesium? The best way to get magnesium is through food. Always. Supplements can help in some situations, but real food gives you something more. It provides magnesium together with other nutrients your body needs, helping it absorb and actually use it properly. So let's go through some of the best food sources. First, dark leafy greens. These are among the richest natural sources of magnesium. Cooked Swiss chard provides around 150 milligrams per cup, and spinach is close behind. Cooking actually helps here. It breaks down the plant cell walls, making the magnesium easier for your body to absorb. Next, seeds. These are some of the most concentrated sources of magnesium you can eat. Pumpkin seeds, also known as peppatus, provide about 150 milligrams in just a small handful, around 28 grams. That's nearly 1/3 of your daily requirement from a simple snack. Sesame seeds, flax seeds, and chia seeds are also excellent sources. Now let's talk about nuts. Almonds, cashews, and peanuts all provide a good amount of magnesium. They're easy to include in daily snacks and meals. Moving on to legumes. These are another strong category. Black beans provide around 120 milligrams per cooked cup. Lentils give you about 70 milligrams per cup, and they're a staple in many diets around the world. Shiro, made from chickpea or bean flour, is another good source that often goes unnoticed. And here's the key point. Many of these foods are already part of everyday eating habits, which means the foundation for good magnesium intake is already there. Now, whole grains. Magnesium is stored mainly in the outer layer of grains, called the bran. But when grains are refined into white flour, up to 80% of the magnesium is lost. And here's something important: teff, a naturally gluten-free ancient grain, is especially rich in magnesium. 1 cup of cooked teff provides about 126 milligrams. It's also rich in iron and considered one of the most nutrient-dense grains available. Other good options include oats, with about 57 milligrams per cup, and brown rice. Whenever possible, choose whole grains over refined ones. And finally, dark chocolate. Yes, dark chocolate. A small 28-gram piece with 70% cocoa or more, gives you around 64 milligrams of magnesium. Cocoa itself is naturally rich in magnesium, so the darker the chocolate, the better the benefit. Of course, this isn't a reason to eat chocolate all day, but it is a real nutritional benefit that many people overlook. Supplements. What to know sometimes? Food alone isn't enough, especially in people with conditions that increase magnesium loss. In those cases, supplements can help, but it's important to choose the right form. So let's go through this like a pharmacist would explain it. First, magnesium glycinate. This form is bound to an amino acid called glycine. It is very well absorbed and gentle in the stomach. Because of that, it's often preferred for people looking to improve sleep quality or reduce anxiety and tension. Next, magnesium citrate. This one is also well absorbed, but it has a mild laxative effect. For some people, that can be helpful, especially for constipation. But for others, it may cause loose stools if the dose is too high, so it depends on the situation. Now, magnesium oxide. This is the most common and usually the cheapest form. But here's the important part: it is poorly absorbed. In fact, studies suggest only a small fraction, round 4%, actually gets into the body. Most of it stays in the gut, which is why it's mainly used as a laxative, not for correcting deficiency. So it's not the best choice if your goal is to raise magnesium levels. Now, a key safety point for most adults: the upper limit from supplements is about 350 milligrams per day. Going beyond this, especially with citrate or oxide, can lead to diarrhea and stomach discomfort. And finally, a very important warning: always talk to a pharmacist or doctor before starting magnesium supplements, especially if you have kidney disease, because the kidneys control magnesium balance in the body, and when they are not working properly, magnesium can build up to dangerous levels, so monitoring becomes essential. The takeaway: let me leave you with this. We live in a time when diabetes is rising rapidly around the world, and most of the conversations about prevention usually focus on sugar, exercise, and weight. And yes, those things absolutely matter. But magnesium is often the missing piece in that conversation. You cannot have proper insulin function without it. You cannot produce cellular energy without it. You cannot have healthy nerves, muscles, or bones without it. The good news is this: the solution is already in your food. These nutrients are already on our tables, in our everyday meals. We just need to understand why they matter. At Pharmacon Health, we decode the science behind the food and medicine you already know. If this video helped you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe for more evidence-based health education. Every week, take care of your body. It is the only one you have.